A lot of freshmen potentially in that starting lineup, and
not necessarily maybe in the starting lineup, but a bunch of them are going to play, no doubt.
and does that? I mean, y'all have showed in the past no hesitancy to play freshmen, but does that ever give you? Any...
We're looking at about probably seven guys that have a chance to see the field on our side of the ball anyway.
True freshmen.
True freshmen, yeah, no, true freshmen. And we're going to try to do our best as we sub and get them in that they're in next to an older guy. A little bit like we did Julian and Devontae 2 years ago. We felt comfortable playing those guys because of the guys around them. And the same thing's going to be here. We won't throw these guys in the game against South Carolina unless an older guy's beside of them, which we didn't have that luxury last year. We just had to play them all together. So.
Coach, someone said that Devontae might still be a little ways off before returning. Does that put a little bit more added pressure on the Shazer being one of the veterans there in the backfield?
Yeah, it does, but he's on the opposite side of the other corner, so we don't really have a chance to talk to that guy. It's going to be the safety play. Howard's going to have his hands full with, Victor being out there and not being a full-time player. Has played. He's got his feet wet. He's played on special teams and so forth, but he's going to have to help get Armani lined up and Victor. So he's going to be crucial for us this first game.
A little bit about Donnie's progress throughout camp and going back to the Sam spot.
You talking about Donnie Baggs?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he's back same where he was, I guess when the last staff recruited him, he was an edge guy. That's where he played. That's where he feels comfortable. We tried to force it on him last year because we really had no other option at Mike linebacker, to be honest with you. And I think he's back in his comfort role, comfort level, and he's been playing pretty good for us.
Is the lock still pushing him?
Oh, yeah, no doubt. Yeah. But Donnie's had a great camp. He had a good spring, really good camp. He's trying to lead a little bit, which is great to see. But, yeah, Otaro's one of those seven that'll see the field Saturday.
You were at the start of camp. You were eager to see Myles Garrett, as everybody else was. Now after camp, what are your takeaways from him?
About what we thought. About what we thought when we recruited him.
So we're going to see him play
Oh, yeah.
early and often. He has what it takes to be the pass rushing presence that you need.
Jordan said you added the strip of the day on turnovers.
Right.
So is that something you've done other places, or you
Yeah.
did it here to try to get emphasis
Well,
on
it's a point of emphasis. We didn't, we were pretty good at putting the ball in the end zone on defense when we intercepted the ball and so forth and so on. But I think we were last in the SEC in forcing fumbles. A lot of that has to do with pass rush, in my opinion, being a defensive guy. A lot of it has to do with getting a lot of people to the ball. That's when takeaways happen. You take the football away when you get population to the ball, and you're rushing the quarterback. And we just didn't have that last year, so we put an emphasis on it this whole camp.
Who are your other good pass rushers besides Myles Garrett and those freshmen?
Among the freshmen, Jarrett Johnson. I tell you, Darrell Jackson can rush the quarterback too. He's not big enough to play in this league yet. But if you're talking strictly rush the quarterback, Darrell Jackson can do that too.
Speaking of big enough to play in the league, Alonzo Williams was saying that he's gained 40 pounds since last year.
Right.
Excuse me, was he just a kid who couldn't hold weight?
That's a good question. That I can't answer. I think that the maturation process just happened. He's another year older. He's been with LJ for a couple of years now, and we got this beautiful nutrition center, and everything just kind of came together for him, I think. He does now. Yes, he does. Yeah. I mean, a bunch of our guys look good. Larry's done a great job, and that nutrition center's done wonders for Day, Ivan, Alonzo, Hardrick, Jay Arnold. They're all bigger. And that's what's going to happen. As you stay in a program for a while, that's what happens. Kids get bigger, stronger, faster, so forth and so on.
You mentioned Day. Talk to us a little about Deshaun Hall and how impressed were you with his ability to gain weight even after shoulder surgery,
Right.
but also defend off Garrett.
Yeah, he's still defending off Garrett. Been pleased with Day. His lower body has really, really improved. I mean, he looks like a guy. We still have some upper body work to do, because he had two shoulders. We still got some upper body work to do. But once that catches up with his lower half, he's got a chance to do some things for us.
How much more comfortable are you with the defensive interior this year than you were this time?
A lot better. I mean, feel a lot better about it. We got some beef in there. Zaycoven Henderson's got to come, period. He can't be a freshman. He has to come because he's a big, strong kid in there. him and Ivan are probably the two strongest in there. Heavy-handed, can hold the point, so he's going to have to come. But, yeah, I feel a lot better. I mean, we're loaded at defensive tackle right now, numbers-wise.
What do you see from Mike Davis in the South Carolina running game?
Pretty good. Pretty good. I mean, the kid at Georgia and him, based on what I've seen, are probably the two best backs in the country that I've seen. He's a really talented player. He'll stick it up in there. He's a spin runner. He makes people miss, and you know when he gets in the open field, he's hard to catch. He can run too. So I mean, he's kind of the total package. He's Trey and Trey combined.
So would you
have a guy that's a total package?
I'm sorry?
How do you plan for a guy that's a total package?
Run to the ball. Run to the ball. Did I say that? Run to the ball. Oh yeah. Yeah. No.
Safeties and linebackers been recognizing in their eyes during practice and recognizing some of those corrections.
I mean, it's something we're working on. It's something they got to see, you know, obviously. Something we work on every day because our offense don't give it to us. We're kind of a drop-back team here.
Does that add to the concern with you having some youth in your defensive backfield and maybe having to walk up 7 in the box?
8 in the box?
8 in the box.
There you go. Yeah, I mean, it's mano a mano. Whether we got 8 in the box, 6 in the box, 5 in the box, in certain defenses, you're on an island out there. So whether you're young, old, you know, it's man on man. So there's really no – when I say young, it's the thinking part of it. It's the academic side of football. Well, there's no academic to playing you man-to-man in the basketball game. I got you man-to-man. So what's that?
So I guarantee you there's nothing academic.
Does that make sense? So, I mean, am I concerned about the deep ball? Sure I am, you know. We got to go play it. But, again, the age factor on those play-action deep balls, it's one-on-one. So the kid's got to go play. And I've been pleased with Victor. One thing about Victor you're going to see this year, he has no pulse. It's a beautiful thing. It's a great thing to have at corner. He has a short memory, and he's very, very patient. Maybe one of the most patient guys I've ever been around. He don't panic. He don't run with his arms up like this. I mean, he's just it's almost like he don't have a pulse. Sometimes that's good, sometimes that's bad. On the deep balls, that's a good thing.
How is he on tackling? Because I know throughout Devontae's career.
Yeah, you know, again, you know, he's got a ways to go. We're talking about Victor? Yeah. Still got a ways to go. Got to get bigger, got to get stronger against a guy like we're getting ready to face. Would
you anticipate, based on, you know, the fact that Davis is there in their offensive line and the fact that y'all had some issues with the run last year, that South Carolina would come out and try to maybe just run over y'all with Davis?
You know, you need to call him and ask him that. That's a really good question. Because I would like to know the answer to that, too. Yeah, just to see kind of, are they going to do fun and gun? Are they going to try to pound us? What are they going to do? That would be nice to know.
You don't have an anticipation of what?
Yeah, we've prepared for both. Yeah, we've had to prepare for like 2 different kinds of offenses. And the good thing is we've been preparing for South Carolina almost since day one. So it's all been the big stuff because we get all the other stuff from our offense. Does that make sense? So we've kind of had to go against 2 different offenses every day at practice, if that makes sense. And hopefully that's prepared us for whatever Coach Spurrier does. And Coach Sumlin's done a great job of getting us ready for that type of game. And we've got periods where he brings the one offense over and tries to pound us, which is great.
How do y'all stand up to that? I guess y'all's A&M's #1 offense.
Yeah, pretty good. I'm pleased right now. So.
Tell us about Armani Block.
Rangy kid, smart kid, a kid that went out and we had a little bit of an injury and he had a chance to go with the ones and has gotten better every day. I feel like I can trust him. And he's got range and he's a pretty good tackler.
How happy are you with A.J. Hilliard's improvement?
We'll see. We'll see. You know, he's one of the unknowns that's in that starting role that hasn't really played with us yet. You know, he's shown great things in practice, and he's shown great things in scrimmages. Now he needs to show me great things in a game. But I've been pleased with him. Right, sitting here right now, he's got to go. He's got to play what we've seen so far. AJ's a guy. If he goes out and does against South Carolina like he's been doing against our offense, we've got us something there.
I know you guys have been pretty pleased with Jordan and Mike all off season. What gives you confidence that he's going to be able to take a step forward?
Well, I mean, he's still in a growing process. You know, we got to put a lot of stuff on his plate. Me and him talk every day. He is the coordinator on the field, and we put a lot on him. And I think he's getting better every day. And that kind of comes as you play a lot. That's one of those positions that you have to play a whole bunch. And because of that, we got Justin Bass backing him up because Justin's been around here for a long time. You know, he learned under Sean and Stu. He knows the defense. He's got a calming effect, and that's why we have him behind Jordan. But I've been pleased with Jordan.
Compared to last year at this time, do you feel a lot better about this season?
Yeah.
It kind of comes down to winning first down more often than not, letting your pass rushers get out there and getting them behind.
There's something to that. Yeah, that, you know, you watch South Carolina, they're not a bunch of third and shorts. You know, they're pretty efficient. This game's going to come down to turnovers. Turnovers and penalties, first game. You guys are going to see it Thursday night, and you're going to see it all day Saturday. We're going to watch TV Saturday, and we're going to see really bad tackling, a lot of penalties, and a lot of turnovers. First game of the year. It's been like that since I've been coaching. We got to make sure we're not on that end.